everybody for coming to this debate, to the judge, my opposition, and my partner. First off, I'll like to restate the motion. This House believes that winning the war in Afghanistan is more important than the lives lost in war. This is a value round. And to go over the definitions, as my partner stated in her opening speech, we stated that the proposition would be able to keep their house as a Taliban, but we showed that it's unfair to make the opposition follow that house, as we don't know that there are Taliban members who care about the lives lost at war and the value of life. So, as my partner said, we will keep we have our house, and they can keep theirs. Thus, that also changes the judging criteria for ours and theirs. Yes.
This is a prima facie issue. If you were to contend the judging criteria, it was necessary for you to do it in your first constructive speech, thereby doing it now, limiting the ground of the proposition team.
By limiting that, by changing the house, we changed the opposition's judging criteria as it affects to your house, because we are no longer basing our case against your house, the Taliban. So first off, let me just put this go over some of their points and just restate why we have clearly won this debate. Some key things that the proposition has faulted. They said, as I quote, "A life lost is one lost in valor." Now, this may be true for those who believe in this jihad and those in the Taliban. But what about the civilian, the children who are suffering and who did not choose to have this war come to them and be some of them killed, injured, some of their parents were innocently killed? This is not fair for them, and the thousands of others who have also lost their lives. So, quickly going over their points. Their first point: fight off insurgents. Sending citizens to death is a good thing. Don't give in to America. Well, and as my partner responded, more people die than those who signed up to die. And it's unfair to make everybody die because some people choose that they want to take it to the extreme, have no value, and sign up not only their life, but the lives of all those around them. And clearly we have won this point. Their second point of the USSR fought off the Afghanistan fought off the USSR. This is a fact. We understand that this happened, but this is not pertinent to value debate. Third, it would boost world standing. Well, clearly, as my partner said, that many countries aren't going to recognize them as the government of Afghanistan and aren't going to strongly think of them as a serious person to do global business, from economics to alliances. Obviously, this isn't going to boost their standing. Fourth, winning, they said that jump at the chance of U.S. weakness. We don't want this war. They want to continue this war, continue killing innocent lives, and continue killing Americans and killing more lives, which is clearly not of value, as we are arguing for the value of human life, and they are arguing for the value to kill more people. Fifth, they're protecting rights but of their people, but no, this is harming your people's rights, as they can't go outside and they can't feel safe in their own country. They're hurting their own people, and it is their fault. So therefore, we want to end this once and for all. So going over our two powerful points and their rebuttals. First, lives, we believe that this value of lives is much more important, and and value of lives and political strength. They said that U.S. helped us. That the U.S. helped them in Afghanistan when they tried to fight off the USSR. But clearly, things changed in 20 years, and there were some more vested interests by the United States. And our final point. This is a value round, so our value, the value of life, is clearly more dominant than their value to kill people and fight for a cause that really doesn't make sense, to run their government of intimidation and of overpowering their people. And I will say I'll quote them again. The life lost is one lost in valor. That was their response. But as I pointed out earlier in my speech, what about those who have lost their lives and they haven't signed up to die? The children, the innocent men and women who are Afghan citizens who want a better country, while the Taliban is taking over and trying to try to start a movement that not everybody is in favor of. Clearly, the value of human life is a greater value than the proposition's idea of running a government by intimidation and fear. Clearly, the opposition has won this debate, and we ask the judge for